Run it up. Run it up. You ain't gotta know.
I just, in this moment we're in right now, for somebody who likes to be right so much, like, you're wrong.
I'm like, what grade does she teach?
We're on the same level now, and you karate chop them right to the throat.
Things in life you just cannot do, because you can't come back from it.
I like the ball, don't got a jumper. Make one call, pull up with thumpers. PS2, ready to...
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another beautiful episode of the Matt and Troyer drama. What's up, dude?
You know, good God.
Yeah, these devices, do you notice now when you just walk around? Like, I notice it myself. Like, I'll do something, I'm like, oh crap, I don't have two hands anymore. Because one's on the computer all the time.
Well, this week, I've had to catch myself because I'm feeding my own radicalization.
Yeah.
Things are my algorithm is primed for what it aligns with my beliefs currently.
Yeah.
And I'll catch myself and I'm sitting here just I don't know what it'd be called, hate porn or whatever I'm watching things that incite what I believe. It's fueling my fire, and I'll I'm like oh my God, I'm radicalizing myself. I'm like, okay, calm down. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, all right. And I was watching the lady with the orange hair that was just so you know, it's okay to not sympathize whenever bad people have bad things happen to them, whatever. Blah. And she looks like, Bozo the Clown.
She looks like a pumpkin.
Her hair is 4 different
as
colors.
we're inbound for
yellow,
Halloween
purple,
in a couple
blue.
months. Wow. So I know we don't really get into politics other than state or federal cannabis politics, obviously. But this week, dude, there's so much overwhelming hate going through the world over this Charlie Kirk situation that we have to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I think that whenever you just said when you inject politics into a situation, you dehumanize it, and therefore you can't see the tragedy of it because you're looking for a justification as opposed through lens of empathy that a father and a husband got shot in front of his children and his wife, and without provocation, as far as he wasn't hurting anyone other than intellectually, decimating their opinion maybe, but either way, he wasn't, you can't physically say.
Yeah, he wasn't starting riots and, so from a humanity perspective, this is the way I see it. If I'm a public speaker and, I'm a family man and, I'm on stage and, Leanne and the kids are there and somebody just, shoots me down dead, I can't even imagine, what that does to my family. I have to imagine it's just horrific. Yeah. And, I've been around death my entire life. So, the death part of it doesn't bother me. But what it does to other people, right? I think it would be horrible for my family to witness that if it were to happen to me. So I wouldn't wish that upon anyone else either.
Yeah.
So that the humane aspect of it is horrible. You can't disagree that's what a horrible way to die.
But that's where I'm super guilty, is there are people who are blatantly, obviously, intentionally celebrating this thing as if it's some moral victory that I can't fathom the depravity that our human conscience would have to reach to celebrate something. Even when it's if something bad happens, I'm oh, what a dumbass, and then I move on. Yeah. But I'm not gonna celebrate, and I'm not gonna if Gavin Newsom, who I think is an absolute imbecile and ruined a really great, beautiful state at one point in time.
Oh, I know. California's so
Oh,
bad
when I
now.
lived there, it was so maybe I want to say nostalgic, but
iconic.
Yeah, it was
iconic.
I remember the first time I drove down Hollywood Boulevard, I was so just engulfed.
It was a brand. Hollywood.
It was so cool.
LA brand.
Shithole now.
Yeah.
And but if something happened to him, I'm not you would not see me cheering. I would
yeah.
I'm not gonna I think he's an idiot for sure. I think he ruined a beautiful thing and he has a selfish agenda, but I'm not gonna I would never. And so when you see people that are just
Bro, listen, I think you have so many issues going on here. So like, when they drug Gaddafi out in the street, and murdered him after, Saddam was found, tried, hung, whatever, in international court, like you're talking in the last 100 years, there have been people that were horrible people that tortured, raped, murdered, committed genocide, just nastiness. And I'm sure when those people were gone, the people from those places that lived there probably celebrated the dismissal of them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's understandable,
Yeah.
right? Like a tyrant, a dictator who oppressed people is no longer in power. Okay, cool. We can celebrate that. Dude, this guy is not a politician. He's not a governor. He's not a president. He's none of those things, right? He's just a guy who's a strong believer in his faith, who wanted to have conversation with, mainly the youth, but with anybody. The guy would debate anybody. He was hyper intelligent.
Hold on,
right?
Because it wasn't because I see because
You gotta let me get to my point though.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
let me get to this point though.
but youth is incorrect. He talked to registered voters that
No, I
affect
know
the
that
future
too,
of the
but I'm
country.
just saying
Young adults.
His largest impact is with the youth.
Isn't
Youth and young adults are the same thing.
Okay.
The youth of America. Anybody under the age of 30.
okay.
In this day and age, I would consider the youth.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is people who vehemently celebrate, they've been posting pictures. Dude, there was a witch in like Salem, Massachusetts that was like, I cast a spell on Charlie and now he's dead and I can celebrate. They're celebrating as if he was Gaddafi, as if he was Hitler, as if he was Saddam. The list goes on and on. You know what I mean? Like it's just insane. Like the dude was none of that. He was not a dictator. He was not a genocidal maniac. He's just a guy. He was a family guy, strong in his faith, who wanted to get the young people of America, the young adults, whatever you want to call them, to realize that there's nothing wrong with believing in Christianity and having faith. There's nothing wrong with believing in the nuclear family, having a wife, having children. There's nothing wrong with believing in patriotism, you know what I mean, and free speech. And he got murdered for it. Like literally, he got murdered for it. But it's not like he's some bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
No.
He's a really nice guy.
That's things that when you literally you look at these people that will take clips out of context and they'll try to justify things because they're like, oh well, he said this or he said that, and they show a 15-second clip out of a 3-minute discussion. And when you go watch the actual clip, like a lot of people I've watched so many videos where people are like, I was under the impression of this, and then I watched the full clip and realized like
to be expected though. They do that. They do that to everybody now. They probably do that to us too, and we don't even know it. Dude, sometimes I'll randomly meet somebody and they'll say that they saw something that I said, and I'm like, I have to go back and like find it. I'm like, well, yeah, because we were talking like a lot of people, because we're not really political on our show at all. A lot of people, remember we were talking about Dan Patrick, right, and everything that was going on with legislation and all that, and obviously we're not fans of his, and we were vocal about it, and they're like, man, dude, like you really went in hard on Dan. I'm like, well, yeah, he's trying to ruin our lives. He's trying to unemploy 50,000+ people. He's trying to take money away from our schools by getting rid of an industry that there's nothing wrong with this industry.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's only anything wrong with these regulators and these bureaucrats. And I'm sure we're going to catch a lot of grief and hate over this topic, no matter what we say.
But my thing is that essentially, whenever you look at it, number one, I will gladly have the discussion or whatever. To me, it's not even a matter of politics. It's good versus evil. Like a good man died for zero provocation, and it's good versus evil. And whenever you celebrate that, like you're evil to me. And so when you look at it, you have these people celebrating these little Gotham City,
like celebrating death.
Yeah. So like
who celebrates
I'm never
death,
I'm never gonna apologize. Well, no, you know who celebrates it? an entire movement
Horrible
founded
people.
with emotions.
Yeah.
And they they sit there on these keyboards talking and typing whatever, and they're just not aware that like there's consequence. Like back in the day, before cell phones and texting and whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you said something to somebody, like talk shit, get hit in the playground, wherever.
I love that era.
Yeah. Like, but
Talk shit, get hit.
But there was consequences.
Snitches get stitches.
These kids these days, they can talk all this shit online and
Yeah.
they can do all these beliefs and share their opinions and whatever, and there's zero consequence because
Yeah.
someone might block you or report you, whatever, but there's no real consequence.
Oh, you're getting reported.
So then, whenever you go in real life, these kids have this fabricated sense of reality that they can just whatever, and there's not supposed to be a repercussion because.
Yeah.
But like, if you say something, be ready to be accountable for it. Like, have you seen people getting fired?
Bro, we live in an era of unaccountability.
Oh, for sure. And then they're shell shocked when you're like, "I'm sorry, say it with this. What'd you say?"
Yeah.
Like, no, say it again. Like, and then you confront them with it, and they're like, their whole world is like shattering because they're like, "Wait, I have to."
I have to own the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, because words matter.
If I say it, like by all means, if you want to come debate me over it, sure.
Yeah.
And if you feel that words aren't justifying your point, physical too, I don't give a shit. Like run it.
Yeah, run it.
I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I will fully back up intellectually or physically, whichever you prefer, whatever I'm saying or believing, especially on this topic.
Yeah.
Because you have people that are so hypercharged emotional that they just, they want to be heard, they want to be understood. And Charlie would recognize that and go into whatever. Dude, name another person that has the ability to take no notes. He just goes into a completely radicalized zone that is so far against him.
Yeah.
And says, okay, guys, come up to the mic, whoever you are.
He wins them over.
And go ahead.
Most of the time, he wins them over.
He's never yelled at somebody.
Common sense.
He's never cussed at them. There's no. He doesn't degrade. He even tells, hey, stop! Don't heckle him. Don't be like the other side. Please keep going.
I've seen him do that.
Yeah.
He stopped the crowd from actually
like
going
yeah.
on the person asking the question.
He's like, hold on, no,
let them ask.
Let's listen.
Be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've got that person who is a beacon of light of how you're supposed to do it the right
Yeah.
way, and they killed him for it.
Yeah.
So my thing is that essentially, again, for every action, there's an opposite or equal reaction.
Of course.
And so, to me, like if that's the language or the dialect you choose to engage in, like, sorry, your side sucks, dude. It'd be over in like 2 hours. Stop.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, like, and I hate to say it, I'm older than you, right?
Excessively.
Not excessively, but I am older than you, and I kind of grew up in two eras, right? I'm at the end of Gen X and the beginning of Gen Z. Like literally, my year is a split year, right? And I'm in the middle I'm in July, so I'm literally in the middle of it, and I've got friends that are in their 50s and I got friends that are in their 30s. It's just how the fucking sauce got made in my life. And so when I talk to people about, all these societal problems, I'm like, you gotta, as a citizen of a country, as a friend to a friend, as a brother to a brother, as a son to a father, a son to a mother, however it works out, you have to take personal responsibility for our part that we played in passively allowing society to evolve and what it is now.
This is what happens when you let an ideology go unchecked.
Have you ever, you've been around my family. I mean, you're part of my family. My parents adopted you. You're part of my family. And have you ever seen any of my children disrespect anybody?
No.
Not hold the door open. Not say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir.
No.
You know why? Because I would smack the shit out of them. Now, I'm not telling them not to stand their ground, hold their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my kids know, man. Like, if you want respect, you know what I mean? You have to give respect. It's that simple.
But
it's such a simple philosophy. Be a good person. That's it. Just be a good fucking person.
When you have kids growing up being told that their feelings supersede objective reality, then you have a group of individuals that are so hyper radicalized because they know what, like, you teach your kids, hey, if this person's struggling, go help them real quick. Like, they put others' needs before their own. Oh, like, they'll open a door for somebody, they'll wait, or you know, if they see an older person, they'll wait at the door, let them walk slowly to go through, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Because that's showing courtesy to the world around you.
Common courtesy.
These kids were taught that because I feel this way, because my state of being is more important, I matter, I more than everybody else's. So they want to bend reality to their perception of it.
Which is crazy.
It's the stupidest, most
Well,
fuck these kids, dude.
I'm not going to say fuck these kids because I don't think that's the right approach either.
They need a giant fucking spanking of reality.
They do need a dose of reality. You know what? Honestly, I think it's coming.
Well, the problem is that we, like, as a society, a good moral person will look at something with empathy and try to find understanding.
Yeah.
Because that's what a good person does. These people, so we've tolerated this for 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is.
Oh, bro. 40, 50.
Yeah.
This thing's been
So
happening forever.
we've tolerated the stupidity of like, oh, and we make excuses for it. I'm like, oh, no, like, these kids need to get their fucking teeth kicked down their throat. And then I guess what? Next time they're going to learn, like, I probably shouldn't do this.
So anybody who knows me knows this story, right? At some point with all my kids, when they were between like 2 and 3, right? And you can't do it when they're little because you could literally damage their larynx for life. But like all my kids, somewhere between the age of 2 and 3, you wait for that perfect moment to where they really talk back really good. You know, I mean, it was just that one statement to where it was like, cool, we're on the same level now, and you karate chop them right to the throat, just pop, as quickly, you know, not ferociously, but just with intent.
Let them know.
And then they're, and then you literally look at them in the face and said, look, you can't talk shit if you can't breathe, right? All of my kids have heard this and felt my karate chop. And look, I got kids in their 20s. You know what I mean? I got kids in high school, right? Mm-hmm. They're good kids.
Yeah.
They, you know, I mean, I'm sure they talk shit with their friends. You're not gonna catch them, dude. I see some of these, bro. I'm in the airport. I see some kid going off on his mom. This kid's got to be like 23, 24 years old, talking about you didn't do this and you, bro. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? He's a grown ass man. I would knock his ass out, bro. I would take the assault charge. Hopefully I get a good judge in Dallas County because, you know, DFW airport and what, maybe Tarrant County. I don't even know. But, you know, I'm sure the judge would be like, sir, why did you punch your grown child in the face? Right? Because talk shit, get hit. That's why. That should be a new tagline. You know how we do a word every year? Every year we come up with a new word. 2025, the word was simple. Just simplify your life. Simplify everything.
How'd that work out for us?
For me, it's been great. I'm having such a great year. Maybe somebody's not having such a great. I've noticed you've been a little sad lately.
Oh my God! Stop.
I've noticed you've been a little sad.
The fuck up.
So this
Shut
guy,
the fuck up. Stop.
this guy, you know, relationships are interesting. So we've got a guy who was on cloud 9. Life was great. Everything was perfect.
And then Charlie Kirk
mentioned zero name.
The Charlie Kirk
Never told us who it was, but it was obviously a female, right? Well, if anytime it's Troyer, there's a female involved, and like he's just sad now, right? And obviously we know something has happened. You're bummed out over a relationship that you kept secret from all of us, right? We're like, dude, like who is it? Because we want to know. You know, we know your circles, right? So everybody's like, is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Like nobody knows. It's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
You know, I think that
What's going on with that, by the way?
You know,
The smirk of sadness, everybody. That's the smirk of sadness right there. If you haven't seen it,
I think that sometimes people want different things, and
all right. So are we confirming that there was something going on? Is that confirmed?
yeah, I mean,
And are we confirming that there has been a breakup. There has a break off.
Yeah, it relationships are tricky, or not relationships. Some people want them, some people don't, and then I don't know. It just people are at different places in life. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I've been divorced 6 years now, right?
Yeah.
Me and Leanne get along great.
Great co-parenting. Great co-parenting.
99.6% of the time, we get along great. This year's been a tough one, especially for her. She went through cancer and all that. I mean, it was hard on the whole family. Obviously, hardest on her. She had,
But
but even through all that,
But also show me a man that is like, hey, that's the mother of my child, no matter what. I'll take care of all medical. I'll take care of all. I know you don't like that advertised.
yeah. I don't get in all that shit. It's not even important to me.
But you did it. That's
Yeah, well,
speaks to the
any
character of
good
man.
person would, right? Like, you have to set an example for your kids, which I try to do, right? What, 88, 90% of the time.
Any
There's that
conservative-
10% error factor, trust me, when it comes to Matt. But, like, all these people now, like, we were just talking about, these kids and this and that. Dude, I've noticed this trend. Like, females between the age of, like, 23 and 30 now don't want to date in their age group. They're literally 20 years. Like, they're looking for, like, the youngest Gen Xer they can find or the oldest Gen Zer they can find, because these guys are just girls now. I mean, these guys are emotional crybabies, bitching about everything. Dude, some of them still live with their mom. Bro, I met this guy, David, right? I won't say his last name. I don't want to blast him like that. Dude, I'm having this crazy conversation with him, and he seems like he's super smart, and he's got his shit together. He's like 31, 32 years old. And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, and he said, yeah, well, I'm going to talk to my mom. And I said, oh, does she still, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, we live together. Motherfucker, you don't live together. You live with your mother at 32 years old.
She's my roommate.
Get your own fucking house, bro. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, dude, it's crazy.
Well, I want to talk shit in this instance, but I think technically I was the one that got emotional.
Okay.
And she was like,
You're the one. You fucked it up?
yeah.
Oh, my God.
I never catch feels, but I don't know. Fuck. I try to lie, too.
So you caught feelings?
I did.
Real feelings?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, bro.
And she's like, hey, that's not our agreement. And I'm like, it could be.
Yeah. Dude, that's wild.
I know.
She must have been something special.
She's such a good person.
Yeah.
She's like a really like kind, sweet, like.
Dude, I don't know. Anymore, it's like, it's so hard for me to connect with these people now. Like you go on 1 or 2 dates, like they're ready to get married. It's like, whoa, pump the brakes, and you pretty much know everybody I've ever dated, right? Since my divorce.
I'm pretty honest about it.
And it's like, and you tell them all, like, look, I'm not trying to get serious right now. Maybe down the road, or here's a good one. I learned this after I did have one real relationship after my divorce. And this is what I learned from it. Don't bring anybody around your kids, right? Like at least like a year at least. It should be a minimum 1 year, get to know the other person.
And it's a giant red flag if they try to
oh my gosh, bro.
like off the bat, or like if they're like, hey, you should meet, oh, hold on. I made this like one time with Joshua.
The why though? Like, it's okay, so why? Like, why do you want to try and do this now?
I think that in a person's mind that does that, it establishes like, okay, we were talking about this before we even started. We were talking about this morning, is that people, unfortunately, for whatever reason, like they start building these realities in their mind, and they start, everybody has like an imagination that you daydream, you think about things, some people are goals, some people are, fast cars, some people are building businesses, everybody's dream life is a little different.
Right.
But for some people that are relationship heavy, they will start thinking about, oh, we could go to football games together. We could go to,
this false reality.
Yeah. And so they'll start building that in their mind, and then they'll try to interject it into your current reality.
They're trying to subject you to their false reality instead of objectively looking at
okay, we need to go to the proper
the reality
steps.
of what it is.
Because when you've got, when someone like a kid, I made the mistake with Joshua. Well, no, because we dated for like 8 months, but before she met him. But when she did meet him, like after we broke up, like he would bring her up for months, and
Oh,
even
yeah.
his mom was like, "Hey, dude, what the like?" And I'm like, "I,
Dude,
the kids take it like
my kids have never brought up the person whose name we won't. Like, oh, how is she? Or how's that? Yeah, dude, like when I'll never forget.
Your kids are kind of savage though.
I told Maddox, I'm like, hey, bro, just so you know, you don't ever have to worry about this and that again. He's like, really? Oh my! And he gives me like the biggest. He's
He's
a
not a
hugger.
hugger.
He's been a hugger his whole life. And
Is he?
oh, bro, when he was, oh my god,
He just
yeah,
doesn't
that's-
like me, apparently.
I couldn't spank him when he was a kid. Like his love language was touch. Like I spanked him 2 times when he was a kid, and it just like rocked his world. I'm talking when he was like little kid, you know,
Yeah.
like that didn't beat the hell out of him, but it's normal spanking.
Yeah.
And so I had to find creative ways to punish him when he was little, bro. It was a nightmare.
Now let's just take his phone.
But there was this one year that this Death Star Lego set came out,
Yeah.
right? And dude, this thing was like $800-$900 or whatever. And he's like, Dad, I really want this. And he was little, bro.
Yeah.
He was building Lego sets when he was like 3.
Oh,
4.
I helped move his room.
And so, we're talking about it. He's like, I said, okay, do this and do that. And dude, it was like 2 birthdays later. So, one birthday, on his 3rd birthday, right? I surprise him and I get him this Lego. And dude, he almost tackled me. He's a big kid.
Yeah.
He might be one of the largest guards in the state of Texas right now, but we're not going to get into that. But he literally almost tackles me. He gives me the biggest hug. And he held it for like 3 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, this kid really wants to. Dude, it was 2.5 days. He didn't stop building that thing. 2.5 days later, by himself, thing's done. And you've seen it. It's fucking huge.
Honestly, his room is pretty cool. You
It's
did,
badass.
you did a really good job.
And so then fast forward, I don't know what year. It's been years ago now. And I tell him, hey, bro, don't worry. You don't never have to worry about going over there again or, hanging out with the kids. Or he's like, really? He's like, really? Oh my God. And he just gives me dude, like I bought him the Death Star, like just, like he was wrestling me.
I will.
And I'm like, in that moment, I knew, I'm like, because kids know stuff, right?
Yeah,
Kids know stuff half the time before parents know stuff when it comes to that side of the world. And so I'm just like, okay, obviously these kids do something because the other kids didn't really like going over. When we were living together, we lived together for about 6 months. And if he was the only one, because he loved spending time with me. We go fishing, shooting, all the stuff dads are supposed to do with their boys. And so, yeah, he was just ecstatic. Like it was like this victory lap.
I was gonna make a masculine joke.
Those are always good.
I was gonna leave it alone because I don't want to beat the liberalism thing to death. But on the note of,
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna stop. On the note of Maddox though, you have a very interesting outfit on. You ever?
Hey, I look like a traffic cone today. I'm gonna set up a detour zone before you know it. No, they're on game 4 of the season. They're 3-0 right now.
Game day, yeah.
It's game day,
Bro,
varsity day.
It's a funny experience to watch him. Like, I don't ever want to hear him talk shit ever again to me because this man yelling at fucking refs is
Okay.
What? Motherfucker! I'm like, can you use that language? And like, we're at a call. Is this high school? What?
You're not supposed to use that language. We're playing Reedy today. That's our rival.
Well, the last week we went, it wasn't that their first division game or something.
No.
I'm not very good at sports.
Yeah, so you're thinking the word district. So their division's 5A. So they play other 5A schools, but the word you're looking for is district. Last week was their first district game.
And this, good God, massacre.
Yeah, they smashed them.
That was
really well.
It was so weird because it felt like seeing 2 different sides where one literally was celebrating the smallest of victories, as the other one just pummeled them.
So
maybe think of good people and bad people.
So I got to be honest with you guys. All my kids have played sports somehow, some way, and when the older ones were younger, it was like, all right, let's try flag football, let's try soccer, let's try karate. But it wasn't like you have to do this the rest of your life because I'm going to live my life through you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've never forced them to do anything more than once.
Yeah.
Right? Like we at least got to try this thing.
I'll try anything twice.
And so like with Maddox, dude, he's been a big kid since day one. He came out big. He had shoulders on him when he came out, And that's a funny story. I'll have to tell a story one day if Leanne will let me. But that's a funny story. But he would, dude. I put him in gymnastics when he was really little.
Yeah.
And then he played soccer, and then he played basketball, and then, dude, when that kid found football, his first year he didn't even want to hit anybody, and you know how big he is, right? And he was always like either the first or second biggest kid on the team.
Yeah.
And then by his second year, his coach had nicknamed him Bone Crusher, right?
Yeah.
And so he took to it like water, and then he started looking up all the salary stats for like line positions and defenses versus offenses.
He's
and
the only kid I've ever met.
Longevity of your body, how it breaks down your body, and like what percentage of the dude, he's done it in such a
No, I will tell you this. He's the only kid his age that I've ever met that has I think it's a 15 or 20 year plan already written down.
He does. It's insane.
Of what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, like what his goals are, what are the 5-year goals, 2 years goals, 10-year goal. Like he has it verbalized and documented.
All these kids have their, like, it's weird in a family dynamic. All these kids have their niche, right?
Yeah.
So like Dylan is the heart of this family, for sure. Like I told, like Maddox was like, I want to go to USC, which I'm a Trojans fan. I don't want him to go to USC because it's in LA. But I literally told him, I said, if you want to go, you have to take Dylan with you. You're not allowed to go to USC. He's like, and Dylan's like, well, if I have to, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, no, it's one of those things. But like every one of these kids has their own little dynamic. And so with Maddox, dude, I don't know what it is, but like he just hits every leg of the way. So we put him, not that I want to blast, this gentleman from FBU or, what their program does or, because it's a national program. So he was on the national team his 7th, 8th grade year. And they pretty much run like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then you're done after that. I think they do like one freshman showcase just for fun, but it's not a competitive thing. And so the first year he played from his school, it was like 7 or 8 kids from his school alone got drafted to the Dallas Metro team. Like they went, they tried out, they made the team.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not only the Metroplex, but go 80 miles. There's not another team till you hit like San Antonio.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People were driving in from New Mexico to try out for this team, right? And he did pretty good. To be on that kind of stage, you're playing teams from different parts of the country. And I think they lost in like the semifinals. So the very next year, it's like his 8th grade year, he makes the national team again. I think it was like, at that point, I think it was 5 kids from the school or 4 kids or something like that. So he comes from a good program. Like they run a competitive ass program.
I hear all the time. Anytime there's any sort of, hey, just so you know, you live in the best city, in the best state, in the best country in the world. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's true. It's fucking true, man.
It will never get safer. It will never get more obtainable.
Yeah.
You are in the best position to succeed.
Best position you can be. That's why we moved here. But so he makes the team, and they went all the way to nationals. They went like 7th in the country that year. And I'm talking to the director before we fly down to Florida to go to this thing, and so he's sitting there and he's telling me all these things about my kid. None of them were positive, right? Because I'm like, hey, coach, you had some coaches last year that kind of promised this, but they didn't come through. I just want to make sure before we spend a week in Florida and God knows how much money to go to this this national competition it's going to be worth it, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, this is what he tells me. He's like, this is when I know he didn't even know my son's name, right? He didn't have the right person with he didn't have the right kid to the right face to the right name. He's like, well, for your son's position, they need to be about this height. They need to be about this weight. And it dawned on me, I'm like, bro, you don't even know who my fucking kid is, right? And that was the same year he went top 30 in the combine.
Yeah.
In the showcase.
Yeah.
Out of how many thousands of fucking kids in the fucking country, he made top 30.
Yeah.
As a fucking 8th grader.
Oh, no, but he's freshman now, right?
No, he's sophomore now.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
He literally, like, is the biggest kid on the field.
There's only one kid that outweighs him, and I feel bad for that kid because he's got something going on. He doesn't have the endurance.
There's a peptide for that.
He's about 345 pounds. Definitely, there's probably a plethora. However, UIL requires you don't use them. But like, the thing with Maddox is he's fast. He's big,
Very
he's
agile
strong,
creature.
and he's fast. He works with dude. He's got a trainer he works with every week just
At
for
the Star,
endurance.
yeah. I drop him off.
At the fucking Dallas Cowboy headquarters, by the way. BT Dubs, Jerry, if you're listening, he'd love to get drafted to the Cowboys. And then he works over in Plano on Sundays with a skill. Like, he does it himself. He gets himself out of bed at 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
He puts himself to sleep at 9:30. Dad, order me this. Dad, order me. I need these protein shakes. I need this. I need that. Bro, the kid just got off of sugar, right?
Yeah.
What 15-year-old kid? You know, he went and did his
is
checkup
that?
or whatever, and that's the new neighbor.
All right, yeah.
She's old. Don't worry about it. So,
Dude, did you see the lineman from who we just played? Cowboys?
I have no idea.
Who the Cowboys just played? I'm blanking.
I'm blanking to Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
That Giants lineman.
Huge. God almighty.
No, the one who did like 5 fouls on one drive.
No.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. You'll cut that out.
Yeah, sorry.
But, you know, the bottom line is this kid does it himself. He's completely driven. I've never once told him, you have to play football. You have to get out of bed. You have to go to practice. You have to do. All I tell him is, hey, dude, be the best teammate you can be. His coaches, you know, from what I can tell, it's a great coaching staff.
Yeah.
They're all really nice guys, good dudes, you know, family men.
But low key, it is funny that Emil is like,
I can't wait to hear this one.
where he's like, hey, he needs to speak up.
Oh, I know.
Because he's so soft spoken.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely has a very soft voice. That's the only thing, that was the only the only critique from his coach this year. So we get a knock on the door. It's the varsity offensive coach. Really nice guy. And he says, hey, I want to talk to you, you and Leanne. All right, cool. So we talked to him. And so apparently when your kid makes varsity, they come and meet with the parents. I don't know if it's like an interview. Part of me thought it was like a UIL thing to make sure the kids actually live where they're supposed to. It's Texas, bro. People do nefarious shit all the time.
Conservatives care.
But like, he had nothing but good things to say about Maddox, which you want to hear. You know, you want to hear good things about your kids. And he says, but you know, the thing we would like for him to do is just to speak up, right? And so I don't know how I did it, right? Like coach said what he said and he left. I don't know how he did it, but I got Maddox like, hey, I want to hear you say this. And so he says, I said, no, I want to hear you say it. And then he says, I want to hear you say it. Like I'm trying to get him to, bro, if he got over 45 decibels, I'd be shocked. He's just such a, he's so chill, bro. And I'm like, dude, you will literally go out there and just put people on their ass, like manhandle. You know how he got his starting varsity spot?
Isn't it when the defense dude talk shit, so they switched out the lines?
No. There was that happened, yeah. But the biggest kid in our district is on our team too. He's our nose guard. Kid's like 350 pounds or something like that, right?
Same kid you just talked about?
Same kid. And so Maddox is all worried. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna, there's a senior ahead of me, right? So he's already got, incumbent status. He's like, I don't think I'm in a spot. And I'm like, well, I think you're going to get your spot. I said, you're the best kid at your position. Kid got 34 D2 letters this year. Can't even get D1s till next June. He already got 34 D2 letters this year.
Oh, you were a ghost for the most of summer.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, no, it's summer camp time.
Camp.
And so anyway, so the parents get to go to one practice and that's it. We only get to go to one. It's like a big deal.
How far away is Sherman?
Sherman is 35 minutes. Yeah. Oh, you got that appointment at 12:15. You're fine. So
12:15 or 12?
I thought it was at 12:15. I'm not sure.
Okay,
So they do this thing. It's like they I guess you can't do Oklahoma's anymore, which is where you just run and hit the hell out of each other. It's like the old school. Yeah, they can't do those anymore. And so they got this new thing they call it, where they put lineman against lineman, or a cornerback against like a like a fucking tight end or something like that, and they tackle each other. It's the same thing as in Oklahoma, just called something different. And so the very last one, I see my kid go in, and Maddox is about 300 to 305. He floats between 300 and 305, and then the nose guard goes up, senior, 350 pounds, squats like almost 600 pounds. And dude, my kid manhandled him and pancaked him. And that's how he got a starting position on varsity. Yeah. He came at me, bro. He was just like, just thrilled to death.
Where the line is he?
So he plays all line positions, either offense or he even plays. He also plays defense. They don't play him on defense. Once you hit varsity, bro, you got your spot. But they've been playing him mostly at left guard all season long.
Yeah.
So. Which is good because pretty much 7th and 8th grade he was either nose guard or he played right guard. So it's kind of a good thing. Gets that left shoulder activated instead of that. Dude, his one shoulder's so much bigger than the other one because
Really?
he played that position for the last like 5 years. So we're in the gym. You know how like when one shoulder's bigger or like one bicep, you can just tell, bro. He's going to do bench press and it's like this. I'm like, oh my god, we got to build that shoulder up, man. That's crazy.
I enjoy the whenever we used to get up like 5 a.m. and go work out.
Yeah.
I mean, I hated having to drive from Dallas to Frisco, but I like Emil. What's Emil's?
Someone might be a Frisco resident now. I heard some rumor
I'm
that someone upgraded their life to the beautiful world of Frisco.
See, I was trying to fully commit from going from bachelor to family, and unfortunately, I'm just alone.
Did you figure out what time your appointment's at?
I'm working on it right now.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
I'm trying to figure out where the. You ever been to 84 West?
Sounds so familiar. But to be honest with you, dude, there's so many new restaurants and bars open in this place. I heard a rumor about this great new place that's going to open in the Cedars called Kennedy's. Down, so if you're downtown, take Akron over I-30, go down about 2 blocks on your left-hand side where it's like the oldest barbecue joint down there. Like they're redoing.
Isn't there like
all
a
of it.
badass coffee shop?
Oh, bro, yeah. I sent you guys some video. I went to that coffee shop the other day. It was awesome. That thing was amazing.
Oh shit! No, there's no way that's correct.
I heard a oh shit. Somebody had an appointment after filming. I am willing to stretch a guess that they might have missed that appointment.
Oh shit! I am correct. No. It's an hour away, so
Sherman?
it's this woman picked fucking Denison.
Oh, Denison. Yeah, that's on the Oklahoma border.
I have 8 minutes to spare.
All right, we got to wrap this thing up, and we can do that. It's no problem.
Yeah, for sure. So,
So you're a Frisco resident.
I'm Frisco.
My kid's a varsity stud.
I am single. Just kidding. Sad, depressed, watching The Notebook in my day. In my
Oh
nights
my
alone.
God, this fucking guy.
And liberals are pieces of shit.
If I catch you watching The Notebook,
I don't. I watch Crazy.
I'm gonna video it.
I watch Crazy Stupid Love. That's my sad movie.
I'm gonna go talk to Bob, and I'm gonna have Bob do like this little collage video where you're like this sad Snoopy character in the video.
It's crazy.
Watching The Notebook by yourself. He's watching it by himself.
Crazy Stupid Love is the movie that I watch when I'm sad.
I don't even know if I remember that. I don't think I saw that one.
It's so good.
This might surprise you guys. I don't really watch a lot of chick flicks or rom-coms. I don't know if that surprises you or not.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought that?
There's some that are good.
There should have been a warning. My first night I ever went over to the mother of my child's house, she put on what's that movie?
I love how we don't say their name. It's my baby mama.
I think that's disrespectful. I always call her the mother of my child.
What movie we're talking about? Give me
It's like a Vietnam movie. It's fucking weird. It's like
We Were Soldiers.
It's
It's like a military movie?
Yeah.
Or like an actual...
like military. Like it's like in the jump.
Name one character in it.
Saving Private Ryan? I don't know.
Just name one character. Is it Mel Gibson? Sam Elliott?
It's
Oh, did it go
Full Metal Jacket.
Good.
Oh, Full Metal Jacket, baby.
I think it was, but that's what she put on.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Stanley Kubrick.
It's a very dark, very slow.
So Full Metal Jacket is an indicative look at the Marine Corps from like a start to like, obviously I worked for the Navy, right? I'm very familiar with, Hollywood Marines and boot camp and MEPS and all that shit. And so what it is it's like that. It's that look at what happens from start to finish. Like I joined up or got drafted. I went to boot camp, did my training, did my AIT, and now I'm going to Vietnam. Now I'm in Vietnam. My drill sergeant's a psycho.
Is it very slow?
Yeah, it is kind of slow, but you got to think the movie's 30, 40 years old.
Yeah,
though.
then it's very dark, right?
Yeah, and then Arlie
Yeah.
Emery is the most famous drill instructor. I mean, not in real life, although he was a Marine. He used to do this crazy show called Mail Call where they would just decimate shit with like huge machine guns and rocket launchers, and
That should have
like
been
he was a badass dude. He's been dead for some time now. I think he died back in like 2012.
Only thing that comes from Texas is steers and queers.
I don't see no horns on you, boy. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's that dude. That statement has become infamous.
That should have been my warning. Oh,
Dude.
who puts on that? Hey, whatever.
Oh, man.
Anyways, yeah,
If you've never seen the movie and you're in your mid-20s and you're male,
not missing out.
go take a hint. Take a cue from old Arlie Emery.
But Crazy Stupid Love, it's a great movie.
Yeah, you want to talk about two different extremes? Crazy Stupid Love, Full Metal Jacket.
Listen, I don't know why, but I will watch the movie 100 times when I'm sad.
Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah,
I mean, bro, I can't even remember the last time I was sad.
I own a physical.
Let's talk about this. When's the last time you've had time to be sad? If you have time to be sad, that means you're not really focused on your future.
Oof.
You know what I mean? Oh my God, I'm so sad right now. Okay, cool. All right, well, in 3 minutes from now, pack down a C4 and some Zen patches and get your ass to work. And like, dude, I don't know why people feel the need to call me and like data dump, right? Like, I must be the data dump guy. I can have an hour and a half conversation with certain people where I'm on mute at least 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm actually working.
Yeah,
And then, oh man, yeah, so sorry to hear that. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
I think that
I don't think I'm meant to get it.
You're built different.
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. That's the problem with working with Matt is that literally like I remember the probably the best compliment you've ever given me, besides my saying that I'm incredibly good looking and just the best person you've ever met.
Never happened.
Continue. Was he looked at me and he's like, the one thing I love about you is when we met, he was like, I finally met somebody that will match my effort and my energy.
Let me tell you something about Troyer, a.k.a. Hood McGregor, a.k.a. King of... I don't even know. I call him T-Dog sometimes. Like, dude, this guy will just fucking go and go and go and go and... Like 97 hours later, he's still he'll work till he dies. It has to be mission essential. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't honestly. I feel like you're the type of guy you can't have downtime.
No,
Because I can't have listen. If I have downtime, if I don't have like right now, I think we're up to like 9 or 10 projects right now,
yeah,
and they're all in different phases
in different states.
Thank God for Bob. Bob has saved my life this year. With that logistical side of the world and administrative side of the world, but like if I don't stay engaged with my projects, I make bad decisions. I really do. Mostly with women. You know what I mean?
I
He relates,
yeah, I relate for sure.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though.
No, I do.
When we're busy,
Yeah.
when we're busy and we're cranking, we're making money, and these projects are moving forward, and like
Yeah.
people are like, oh my God, this is
Like-
I love your product, I love this. Guys keep going, rah rah rah.
I don't mind working.
And then we have this 3-day window over
Oh,
some
God.
holiday weekend where everybody. Are you going to the lake this weekend? Are you going to the pool party this weekend? Where are you going to watch the game at? Where are you going to like all this shit, right? And it always revolves around some type of social setting or some type. And I'm just like, now I'm at the point where like, dude, I freaking watched the fight like I watched it on Netflix like everybody else. I didn't go to some swanky ass club and
I actually
rent out a section.
I actually went to I like because you know I'm up there. I made the mistake of we've never gone out in Minneapolis. Well, I haven't, so, you know, and I'm like Googling places to go, whatever. You know, and I ended up downtown at this like the number one sports bar viewing whatever, and I actually met some people from Texas. They're Hispanic, and when I tell you that place, I was like, dear God, please let. By the way, I won the bet. Crawford did win.
He did win. Crawford
but,
won. Crawford had him, dude, the whole time.
Yeah. But there was a small. I was like, you know, boxing is notorious for like just like you
Like gang violence, yeah.
just wrong. Like no, never mind. But as I'm sitting there, and I mean, these people are all like they're getting hyped, energized. There's not very many Hispanic people here, and I'm sitting with 3 Hispanic guys, and they're like pissed that the things are not going the way it's going. And I'm like, listen, guys, like right now, it's probably in your best favor that just go ahead. Crawford got this. Hope to God the judges don't get it wrong because,
Bro. So
seriously.
so Frankie sends me a story about Crawford after the day after the fight. And it was I want to say it was like 2012 or 2015 or something like that. Dude's outside a club.
gets shot, drives himself to the hospital.
No. They, some people were shooting at some other people unrelated to Crawford. He catches a ricochet to his skull, splits his skull open, is bleeding from the head, drives himself to the emergency room, right? And then there was other people with more life-threatening issues ahead of him. Waits 5 hours, so he's gauzed up. He's got shit in his skull from the bullet fragment. 5 hours later, like, okay, cool. Now we'll take out whatever fragments we find, sew you up, you're good to go. That's a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's a bad dude. Honest. And then you watch that fight, bro. There was only one real instance where I thought Canelo could have got him, and it's when he got him with that left hook. And then instead of going in on him in that moment when he was shook, he literally backed up and repostured to reset.
Well,
and I'm like, oh, bro, this fight's over.
Rounds like 4 to 7, he was visibly angry.
Yeah,
I applaud him for calming. Like he like caught himself and like calmed down and like went back to fighting a good technical fight. But unfortunately, those little rabbit punches of just like Crawford just like they weren't doing a lot of damage.
Yeah,
but the points they accumulate.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
But yeah, Minneapolis is anyways, I mean, I'm so biased right now, but whatever.
Well, you have a large demographic of Somalians.
I was gonna say liberalism. I there's.
Well, you do. I mean, dude, stats are stats. You don't ever have to apologize for statistics. But yeah, Minneapolis for sure.
Gotham City.
Obviously that's where the George Floyd situation happened. The riots.
Gotham City. Bro.
It has a very dense population of African Americans, Somalis. So it would obviously go for Crawford. 100%.
Oh no! I'm just saying like so you're after the fight, whatever. They're like, oh, come to this club, and I'm like, oh, I don't drink. They're like, I'm like, had fun watching because there was a line to get in. Like we waited in line for like 35 minutes.
18 days sober today.
I'm so proud of that.
I know, me too. I haven't been 18 days
sober. Are you setting a goal or are you just letting it happen?
No. Me and Craig, one of my kids. Yeah. We just kind of like, hey, dude.
Shit.
Like, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
Calm down.
We'll do 100.
What you need to do is text and say, running a little late, filming ran long. See you soon. Do it professionally. Oh, Smokey's here. Hi, Smokey.
Demon dog.
Hi. Thank you for not barking on the set. We love that. But yeah. So me and my kid, just like, hey, we got so much to do right now. Let's just eliminate this for now. It wasn't even like let's do it forever. Let's do it for a month. Let's do it for a week. It was like we got so much going on right now. Let's just chill on this right now. And so
I like to think of myself.
I love the fact that we're doing it together.
I like to think of myself as like a glorious, nostalgic beacon of light, of sobriety, and better choices. When it comes,
but listen, no offense to the addicts of the world, but if you have that addict lifestyle mentality and you go sober, that's completely different than someone who, drinks on the weekends. Right. We're in two different. You're in the Superman league. I'm over here and I'm barely working at the newspaper as a Clark Kent understudy league.
He's like, I'm sorry, did you want to go back to your dating life? Okay, shut the fuck up.
Anyway, all right, we got to wrap this one up. We're overbooked today, but we'll be back on in a week. We love you guys as always. You're the most important part of us. We do have a big announcement coming next week. It's going to be awesome. We got 2 announcements coming next week. One's for a new. I'll just caveat. One's for a new brand we're dropping next week. Smokey, what are you doing? Smokey, say hi to the audience. Say hi. Hello, audience. She loves her belly scratches. Yeah, so we're dropping a new brand next week, and we'll drop that information before we film. Right, I think it's going to drop on Tuesdays, like the expected
I think
date.
that we've learned that we would like to do things on certain days, but unfortunately, because there are other parties involved that are not me and you, we're hoping that we drop it before.
We'll be dropping it next week, guys. Anyway, you guys are the most important part of everything we do. We love you guys, and we hope you have a fabulous weekend, and we will see you next week. We love you. We love you. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We send prayers to Erica Kirk and
for sure.
her
And
children.
her kids, yeah.
Based on the fact that it was a tragedy.
It was a
not involving any politics or any beliefs.
Yeah.
But the fact that they watched their father and their husband.
We'll never know, but
I mean, listen. If you're on the side of a humane behavior, humanity, and to be honest with you, not that we need to keep this thing going because we literally tried to outro right now and you just totally fucked it up. Mm-hmm. But here's where I'll leave it. This is where we'll leave everything today. We need to become less divisive as a country of people, and like we're all Americans, right? We need less hate. We need less angst. We need less stress. Dude, I talk to people all the time. When you talk to people about anxiety, you can't imagine how many people in this country have anxiety through the roof. We need less anxiety. Yeah. We need to lessen the temperature of all this nastiness, this divisive bullshit, because at the end of the day, when you meet people, overwhelmingly, you will always find something to agree on. Mm-hmm. Like, it's amazing. Like, dude, I talk to people that don't believe the way that I believe. I've traveled the world. I've met people from multiple religions. I grew up Southern Baptist myself, and oddly enough, we can always find something to agree on, right? And so,
like the Cowboys suck.
Wow, way to interject some divisiveness in the outro. I love it. Anyway, we're done. We love you guys. Bye-bye.
You ain't have emotion. You ain't got money. I had to take me a trip out to London. Gun go pow. Start running. This bitch so good she humming. Shout out to Andre.